Our final guest today found her niche in a field ruled by players 1/6 her age, and she's knocking them down left and right. At first, you may think this grandma is searching for her lost grandchildren, but actually she's looking for her next challenge. This is Doris Self, world video game champion. Doris didn't always love gaming. It all started from her hardest trail.
My husband was very ill. He died of a brain tumor, and I was taking complete care of him. And when I buried him, I just looked around and I thought, I don't have any friends. I don't have anything to do. I don't have any habits of what do I do.
A new chapter in Doris's life was about to unfold. Little did she know, it would begin in a most unusual way.
My daughter came and picked me up and took me to the movies, and then we stopped at Chuck E. Cheese's restaurant for some pizza, and she walked over to this thing and she started playing a game. I had never seen an arcade game or known anything about them. I thought it was all for little kids. And she said, "Mom, come on over and try this. I think you get a kick out of it." Well, the name of that game was Q*bert.
But Doris got more than a kick out of it. She was hooked. And before long, this grandma started hanging out at arcades.
Well, I realized I was getting pretty good at these games, or several games, when the teenagers would bring somebody that they thought was pretty good at it and ask me to play against them, start out on the machines at the same time, side by side or something like that. And they would sucker a lot of people into coming and playing with me, not telling them how good I was, that I would pay for them to play against me. And I can't tell you how many kids that they'd sit there and they'd play with me and they'd look around and they'd say, "I think I've been had," and I'd say, "Uh-huh."
Before long, Doris was the champ of the arcade, but it didn't end there.
Well, the teenagers were telling me they are going so-and-so to a tournament, and I should really, you should really go, Doris, because you're getting really good at that game. Why don't you go? And I just told them, no, I can't be bothered. No, that's for you guys. And eventually they talked me into it.
And they had no idea what they were getting into. Doris didn't just win that tournament, she kept on winning. Championship after championship, until ultimately Doris Self achieved something she never thought would happen in her wildest dreams. She became the Q*bert World Champion, putting her straight into the Guinness Book of World Records.
They make a big to-do over me because I'm the oldest living world champion still playing an arcade game.
There are advantages to being the Q*bert World Record holder.
To me, it's fun, it's a challenge, it keeps me mentally and physically alert.
Now, video games are in Doris's blood. Just ask her sister and her roommate, Anne.
When she started gaming with the Q*bert, I thought she was really losing her mind early. Because it's a noisy little game, and sometimes before she learned how to turn it down, she'd come out, she couldn't sleep during the night. She'd come out at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm way down the other end of the house, and I could hear this.
Doris still loves the energy and excitement of an arcade. It keeps her young, and if you follow her along, she can always be found trying out a new game. But that's not the only way Doris keeps her wit fit. This grandma knows when to hold 'em and when to fold 'em, and you don't want to be staring down the wrong side of this poker face.
It gives me a lot of satisfaction when there's somebody foolish enough to try to bluff me, and I can bluff them back and beat them. That teaches them a lesson. Don't fool with old ladies.
On Thursday afternoons, Doris stays even younger by running with a different crowd.
I play with a bunch of old ladies at a country club, and the games they play are hysterical. They are so unheard of and different, but it's fun.
But don't let that sweet face fool you. She is one tough competitor.
When she's playing cards, she has a different persona. She sits up like this, and everybody takes a turn dealing at the club. And they each have a favorite game. And she might forget, which game are we playing? And we'll tell her, remind her, and she's going to win because she knew what she was going to play, but she was just stalling for time. She's just stalling for time.
Her crowd shies away from the big bets, and Doris is not too happy about it.
I played with these old ladies for about a year, and I said, could we make these chips worth 10 cents or a quarter or something? Be a little more interesting. Oh, no, they wouldn't do it. But it keeps me going, keeps me up on the game, so then when I play at the casinos, I know when to stay and when to fold.
Whether it's challenging the highest score or staring down a bluff at the table, Doris knows it's really about having fun, staying young, and getting back in the game.
You know your time is getting limited, and you want to do whatever you want to do so that you can say you've done it. And at this point in my life, there's very little that I still want to do. I've been everywhere I ever wanted to go. I've done everything I ever wanted to do, and not many people can say that. So I told my daughter, don't keep me alive with artificial means. I've had a good life. Let me go. I want to see what's up there.
Stick around, because after the break, we'll check in with seniors in our final Word on the Street. Coming up next on The Art of Living.